application, otherwise it will result a systems network application full of the security vulnerability requiring a lot of patchwork. Considering the security standardization work contribute to the prevention of damage resulting from malicious cyber activities, the security work should be continued. With this, IAPT members administration proposed WTS 24 to consider amending this resolution 50 of WTSA cybersecurity. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. So I guess it is 10:55. Can I ask the interpreter for 5 more minutes just to finish the agenda item 6.2 and then reconvene at the evening? Excellent. Thank you very much. So the next document is from CPT, document 38A5/1. United Kingdom, you have the floor. Just be brief. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Security is at the forefront for all administrations across all regions of the world. The CPT proposal supports the work of Study Group 17 as the lead study group on security issues and seeks to strengthen their role working with telecom organizations, other SDOs to ensure security requirements are met throughout the entire life cycle of systems and networks. Our detailed proposals set out in the CPT contribution, and we look forward to working with colleagues to strengthen this area of work. Thank you.
Thank you, United Kingdom. The next is the Inter-American Proposal, document 39A15/1. Canada, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. CTL contribution proposes modifications to the WTSA Resolution 50 to ensure its compatibility with modifications introduced in PP 22 Resolution 130 and WTSC 22 Resolution 45. This effort aims to enhance the advancement of a security-centric approach, where security is seamlessly integrated into products right from their inception and persistently upheld throughout their existence. I want to give you a couple of tips to indicate the content of this proposal. It won't take very long. For example, in Study Group 17 in Clause 5, it has been modified to define a general common set of security capabilities throughout every stage of the development cycle: requirements, design, implementation, verification, release, and maintenance. Also, something else I want to mention, which is, in my opinion, very important, and instructs the director. In the instructed director, a new item is added on women participation in ITUT cybersecurity-related activities, and it goes as follows: to continue to engage in initiatives to encourage active participation of women in ITUT cybersecurity related to activities and leadership roles, including now in ITUT. I want to stop here, Mr. Chairman, but you don't have much time, but I look forward to discussion on this proposal. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind understanding, Canada. The next is RCC, document 4813/1. Russian Federation, you have the floor.
Спасибо, господин председатель. То, что данная резолюция отражает крайне актуальную тему, это очевидно. В интересах международной и национальной безопасности нам представляется, что все государства должны задействовать максимальные возможности для повышения уровня своей кибербезопасности, что должно привести к увеличению уровня безопасности, что принесет пользу каждому из государств и будет способствовать устойчивому развитию, а также повысить уверенность граждан в своей безопасности внутри страны. Все вот эти усилия, которые предпринимаются странами по повышению уровня безопасности, кибербезопасности, как правило, мы отражаем в глобальном индексе кибербезопасности. Это наш один из основных инструментов измерения усилий стран мира по систематическому совершенствованию мер. Однако в нашей ключевой резолюции, 50-й резолюции, у нас нет положений, которые бы это отражали. И страны РСС предлагают призвать государство повышать необходимые меры и отражать это соответственным образом в индексе кибербезопасности. Спасибо.
Thank you, the Russian Federation. I think we thank you very much for the presentations. I think we can stop here, reconvene this evening to continue the remaining agenda item. But I encourage all colleagues to consult on security cluster and to start the discussion. An ad hoc is foreseen for this cluster for sure, so we can announce this evening. Thank you very much. So the morning session is adjourned. Thank you very much.
воплощения необходимы изменения в резолюции 2 в мандат исследовательской комиссии, которая будет заниматься этим вопросом. Если я правильно понимаю, может быть, это будет исследовательская комиссия 2. Готовы ли соответствующие предложения для изменения резолюции 2, либо это будет вноситься, я не знаю каким образом, после завершения Всемирной ассамблеи? Спасибо.
Thank you. Saudi Arabia, you have the floor.
سعادة الرئيس، نبارك لكم توليكم لمنصب هذه اللجنة، كما نشكر إقليم الدول الأوروبية على تقديم مسودة القرار، ونود بالمملكة العربية السعودية التأكيد على أهمية الحاجة إلى تبني مثل هذه التقنيات بما يدعم جهود جهات الإغاثة وجهات الطوارئ. وكما تعلمون لما تتضمنه استخدام هذه التقنيات من بيانات حساسة تتعلق بالمستخدمين، فنرى أهمية تضمين توجيه المجموعات الدراسية وفقا لاختصاصاتها بضمان الحفاظ على خصوصية هذه البيانات ضمن عمليات استخدامها ونقلها وتخزينها لأغراضها المخصصة. ولذلك نؤكد دعمنا لهذا القرار ونتطلع للنقاش حوله. شكرا سعادة الرئيس.
Thank you. And Egypt, you have the floor, followed by Sudan.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I would like to thank CEBT for the contribution, which is very important. But as our colleagues from Russia and from Saudi Arabia, we are supporting the resolution, but we are asking for more elaboration for technical solutions and the other aspects related to data and security. Thank you.
Thank you. And Sudan, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. We would like just to support the idea of having such resolution, but I think there is something missing here, that we didn't address the issue of privacy when after the emergency ends. We would gather an information. We would like just to have an idea what about those information after we collected. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for your comment. And I should close the floor and by China, India followed by China, I think.
Thank you very much, Chair. I would like to congratulate you on your appointment and for presiding this committee so well. India support this resolution. This is very important part to study such things. However, further clarifications would be required how to convert this into an effective action item under appropriate study group. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And China, you have the floor.
Mr. Chair, thanks to CEPT for the contribution. China has one comment on this contribution. As we know, in Resolution 2, both SG2 and SG11 have a mandate to develop recommendations on emergency telecommunication services and have already carried out relevant studies. We noticed that the related outcomes of ITOT work on this subject matter were not mentioned in this contribution, and China recommend involving SG11 and taking into account the achievement of ITOT in the proposed new resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, I should close the floor, and Lebanon, just ask the floor. I think if you have a very brief comment, yeah, please.
لا ليبيا. أولا أريد أن أعبر عن تأييدي لقرار دعم استخدام تقنية تحديد المواقع للمستخدمين، خاصة من خلال حالات الطوارئ والكوارث، كما أثبتت كارثة درنا التي شهدتها ليبيا مؤخرا، فإن القدرة على تحديد مواقع الضحايا والمفقودين بشكل سريع ودقيق يمكننا من إنقاذ الأرواح وتساعد في جهود الإغاثة. ولكن ومع ذلك لابد من وضع ضوابط صارمة تضمن أن استخدام هذه التقنية يقتصر فقط على الحالات الكوارث. شكرا.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, the screen show Lebanon, so it should be Libya. Okay. Thank you. So for conclusion, I think we need a formal discussion on this issue since we have some comment received. If possible, we can have a informal consultation or ad hoc. Do we have time? Yeah. So since we did not book a room for this draft new recommendation, so sorry, the new resolution, I suppose we may have an informal consultation and maybe led by Xiaojie Zhu. Is that fine for you? Okay, China.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, thank you. I'm pleased to lead the discussion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I think any delegate want to make some comment on this draft new resolution, please contact Xiaojie Zhu, and I think she will lead the discussion and will make some final text. If possible, we can review it in next working group meeting. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yes, we booked a room. If we need some text to be reviewed, we have a room to discuss this issue. In this afternoon, 13:35 to 14:20, in room 16, this building. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's move to the next item. Okay, next one is resolution 100. We received one contribution from ATU, contribution United Kingdom. You have asked the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Just to clarify and take you back, my apologies. So you're saying if there's text to be reviewed with regards to resolution, the new proposed ECP resolution on CLI, I'm slightly confused. Is there a meeting or is it informal discussions? I do apologise. If you could just clarify, I would appreciate that. Thank you.
You mean the last one we discussed, the new resolution? We booked a room. If the informal consultation need a room, you can use this room. Otherwise, you can discuss offline. Yes, it's informal consultation, I think, since there is not much issue to be discussed, I think. UK, you have the floor.
Okay, so the informal discussion will take place in MR16, is that correct, Chair?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Okay, let's move to next. I would like to invite ATU to introduce contribution 35, addendum 32. Sudan, please.
Thank you very much, Chair. Following the resolution from the last WTSA, Resolution 100, a common emergency number for Africa. The implementation of this resolution has been started during the last study period. The last study period was relatively short, so the TSB and the African members couldn't reach the final stage of implementation. Therefore, we request to continue during the next study period, bearing in mind that we achieve a little bit here, and then we decided from the circular made and the questionnaire made that we prefer most of the African countries goes to 112 as a primary number, and then use the 911 as a secondary. And we would like just to continue the implementation with the support of the ITU, taking into consideration the limited resources that we have there. And we had some informal consultation with the expert appointed by TSB to conduct this issue, which is the ITUT study group to chairman, Mr. Firroston from UK. And we had a discussion, we come to a compromise to be added to this text, and we can put forward for more discussion in your next meeting, Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any question and comment? South Africa followed by UK. Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. South Africa would like to support the proposition from ATU. I submit.
Thank you. UK, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair, and I thank colleagues from ATU for their presentation. Chair, I would suggest, if we could, the comment that the UK has shared with colleagues that I will share with the room is in the instructs the director of the TSB to continue to provide technical assistance to member states in Africa, and the text that we would propose to be inserted would be within available resources and existing budgetary limits. If that is acceptable to the room, Chair, we have no further issue with this document and would support it going forward. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. As mentioned by Sudan, you have already discussed this issue. I think Dennis will show the sentence on the screen afterward.
manner. Given that WTSA 20, held just 2 years ago in March 2022, modified Resolution 29, and there has since been no demonstrated need for further revisions, we believe that WTSA 24 should not allocate its limited time and resources to additional modifications. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one is contribution from Arab states, 36, addendum 3. UAE, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning, colleagues. On behalf of the Arab groups, I'll be presenting the Arabs' contribution to modify the Resolution 29. So the resolution, the modification presented in the document in general are of editorial nature. The substance of the modification come in considering D, the Arabs groups proposing to add a new D, that the alternative calling procedures have been used to conduct fraud and unsolicited activities, to bring into the attention of the group the many fraud or fraudulent activities that have been conducted through the alternative calling procedures, and to highlight the issue. Furthermore, down in resolve, we are proposing a new resolve number 6. It's a new instruct to study group 2, 3, and 11 to develop appropriate recommendations and guidelines for the user interface. The third modification that we have is on the deletion of the attachment to Resolution 29, as this attachment is already in a live recommendation. So in the spirit of streamlining, we suggest the removal of this attachment from this document. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, UAE. And next is proposal from APT 37, addendum 6. India, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. India proposes just 3 modifications. Under recognizing Part B, that although alternative calling procedures may be potentially harmful, they may be attractive for some interested users due to some improvement over traditional/existing calling procedures, such as lower costs, enhanced call quality, or new features. So we have added a few part of the sentence. The second one is recognizing Part E, that some forms of alternative calling procedures seriously degrade the performance and quality of telecommunication networks or quality of user experience. We have added QoE. Under same recognizing part, we have added one more clause called G, that if some countries or regions have different, that is alternate calling procedures, it may create inconsistency and make it difficult for users to have a standardized approach. This lack of uniformity may be inconvenient for travelers and international businesses. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I think the next one is a contribution from CEPT 38, addendum 13. UK, please.
Thank you, Chair. The proposal from CEPT to modify Resolution 29 merely seeks to update the resolution, taking into account developments made at Resolution 60 in Geneva in 2022, and under the considering to identify quite clearly relevant ITU-T recommendations as the source of guidance for this activity. Under the resolves, Chair, we also link, as with our colleagues from India have also done, to commonly agreed calling procedures. This is work underway in Study Group 2 as we speak, and again under the Instruct Study Group 3 to link it with the work of Study Group 2, as we have been doing over the last study periods. With that, Chair, we have welcome comments, questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I think the last one is from RCC, contribution 40, addendum 21, Russian Federation.
Спасибо, господин председатель. В предыдущем исследовательском периоде 2016 по 2022 год была пересмотрена рекомендация Е157 «Международная доставка номера вызывающей стороны», в которой более четко определено понятие номера вызывающей стороны и требования по его доставке. В этом исследовательском периоде в ВК-2 рассматривались вопросы различных, возможно, альтернативных процедур вызова, которые могут мешать выполнению требований рекомендаций Е157 на сетях связи. Полагаем, что требования рекомендаций Е157 по предоставлению услуг связи, использующих нумерацию, должны выполняться в максимально возможной степени, независимо от используемых процедур вызова, традиционных или альтернативных. К сожалению, достаточно часто эти требования не выполняются. С этой целью предлагаем ввести поправки в предварительную часть и расширить раздел «Решает» вводом понятия номера вызывающего абонента, отделив телефонную сеть от других сетей, например, от сетей ОТТ, использующих голосовые, а не телефонные услуги, и обозначив целью решения проблемы несанкционированного входа на телефонные сети трафика с использованием новых, возможно, альтернативных процедур вызова. Спасибо.
Thank you, Russian Federation, and I would like to open the floor for question, clarification, and comments. India, followed by Sudan. Yeah, India, please.
Thank you, Chair. While we appreciate the proposed modification from CEPT, we are not sure how we will be coming to the commonly agreed calling procedures. Means, that is CEPT under resolves 1, they have said, against a commonly agreed calling procedure. If you could really define and do it, that would be the best thing to do. But just a small apprehension we have whether we will be able to achieve that. So that is one. And under resolves part 6, LAS, that is ARB, they have proposed some very good recommendation to instruct study group 2, 3, and 11 to develop the appropriate recommendations. We understand that this is to formalize or make rules for alternative calling procedures so that they are also like a defined entity. If it is so, we welcome it. It is fine. If it is something else, then probably we need to just know about it. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. And yeah, Sudan, please first, then UK will be response to this.
Thank you very much.